we're going to do a demo on building the range. As we've been talking about, it's very important that when you build your range, you set up the environment that you're setting up to test. So what we're going to do here is we're going to look, we've done VMware, and VMware is what the demos we've been doing. So if I go in here, these are all virtual machines I've set up. I got a Server 2008, I got a Debian Linux, I got the Kali that we've been using, Windows XP Professional, Service Pack 2, I've got one Service Pack 3, I got Backtrack, I've got that Network Security Toolkit that we've talked about, I've got Windows Server 2003. But more importantly is you build a repository of example machines. So you practice against typical environments that you might run into. We talked about Dynamips. Dynamips would give you the Cisco router emulation. So what I can do is, if I go under my virtual machines, so I go under my documents and my virtual machines, and I got way too many virtual machines probably in reality. But what these virtual machines do, as you look here, gives me the capability. I have the Backtrack, I have a Bastion host, which is my smooth wall firewall. I have another variant of that Bastion host. I got the ISO image of Backtrack, so I can just boot it like from a CD, DVD. I got another GNOME version of Backtrack. I got a CEH Linux. I got a client one, which is Windows 7. I got Keyoptrix, which is a level of a hacking machine that's for practice. A NAC machine for network access control, my Debian machine. I got a machine I just used for a DHCP server. I got an IP-COP, which is a form of a firewall, more Keyoptrix. I got a Linux HackMe, which is the actual Washington University FTP hack we did. I got Nepenthes, which is actually a honeypot. I got Network Security Toolkit. I got pfSense Firewall that gives me the capability to do load balancing, so I can set up a load balancing with pfSense. And then when I test it, I can see what happens when we have load balancing environments. Ubuntu Hacking, this is a box for Ubuntu Hacking. Ubuntu, more, an old Windows 2000 IIS as a DMZ server to practice against Windows 2000 in case I run into it. Windows Server 2008 R2 and Windows XP Service Pack 3. Again, lots of different machines that I have. I have OpenBSD, FreeBSD, I have pretty much every machine you can think of on either my laptop here or on external drives. Why? Because you need to build a range so you can practice against the different environments you might run into. So you can set up and say, oh look, they're running, let's give an example, they're running Symantec. They're running Symantec Endpoint Protection. You can put Symantec Endpoint Protection in one of these boxes, which this NAC machine does have on it, and then when I bring it up, I start figuring out, okay, if I do get on the box, how am I going to defeat or bypass the Symantec Endpoint Protection that's there? And this is why it's important to build a range and test, and remember, what works you document, what doesn't work you document too, so you know not to use that in the future. And this has been a demo on building a range.